I find it disappointing that anti-feminism has sort of fizzled out a bit or slowed down on the internet, because feminism is still cancer. And I was reminded of that recently at the when I was watching Super Bowl in 2018. Now, by the way, I'm an Eagles fan. I've been an Eagles fan since I was a little kid, so it was an awesome night for me. But I was watching this with my son, watching the Super Bowl, and we saw this commercial, right? And the commercial is called "Always Be Faster Than the Boys," and I'm going to link the stupid thing in the description of this video. This commercial, we watched it together, and afterwards I had this really nasty taste in my mouth, and you know, I didn't know why I was so annoyed by it until later when I thought about it, and it just drove home to me again how nasty and poisonous feminism can be, and how it really, the people that it hurts are really the most vulnerable people. It doesn't hurt, and the people, like, that's why it's so nasty. That's why it's so, and it's also kind of seductive, and you know, you don't realize, you know, how nasty it is until you think about it later. So the commercial in question was starring some skier, Michaela, what's her name, whoever she is. I'm gonna hope that she loses in the Olympics, to be honest, because she seems, this commercial soured me to her. And the reason being is this: she has this little motto that she was told by some other skier, and that she passes on to another little girl. Always be faster than the boys. And she thinks about, you see the commercial, she's skiing, and she's remembering when she was a little kid that some skier told her, always be faster than the boys. And then you see her going through her childhood, always being the boys in all athletic things, all like little boys. She's a little girl, she's beating little boys. She's beating them, and you know, and she's smarter than all the little boys. She's faster than all the little boys. She can ride a bike faster. She can run faster, etc., etc. Right? So what's the problem? Why am I so upset by this? Am I threatened by this? No, I'm not. Let me finish. And at the end, she sees another little girl, and she writes the same motto to her on the autograph she's giving her: always be faster than the boy. And the little girl turns around and smirks at another little boy, and the little boy goes, "Oh!" and runs away. Throughout the whole commercial, little boys are the comic relief. They're the doofuses. They're the idiots. They're the people that aren't as good as her. They exist to make her look better. That's the only reason they exist. Now, does this commercial bother me personally? Am I offended or threatened? My masculinity, is it threatened by Michaela? No, of course not. Know who it threatens? My sons. So I'm watching this with my two sons, 7-year-old and a 5-year-old. My oldest son, my 7-year-old, his masculinity, guess what? His masculinity is fragile. You know why? Because he's a little boy. He's always asking me, Dad, look how strong I am. Dad, look how fast I can run. Dad, is this good? Dad, is this good? He's looking for affirmation of his masculinity to me, and of course I give it to him. And now, what is my son gonna take from this commercial, where the little boys in this commercial are pretty much the same age as him, or a little bit older? He's gonna take away, you're the comic relief. We don't care about you. You're just the doofus. You know, you're the comic relief. That's all you are. We don't care about you. Feminists despise little boys, and they despise masculinity, and this commercial drove it home. Now here's the other thing. This commercial is poisonous. This sort of talk is poisonous. It infects you, because I was also watching it with my sister, and she didn't see a problem with that. She's like, oh, well, that just means that you gotta try harder. I'm like, don't you understand? No, the feminist, Michaela, doesn't want these boys to try harder. She wants them to be there so she can prove how much better she is than them. That's all they are. That's all they exist for. That's all they're for. They're just their comic relief. They're the foils to show how great she is. I can't think of a more poisonous and destructive statement you can make. Like, you are nothing to me. You are insignificant, and your accomplishments, they threaten me. I don't want you to accomplish anything. I don't want you to be faster. I don't want you to be smarter, because you might threaten me, the girl, the woman. Does anyone really think this way? I mean, all you have to do is say, always be faster than everyone, and then it would be fine. I'm not in favor of, I don't have any problem with female athletes, nor do I have a problem with competition. But just to say, oh, I'm always being faster than the boys, and the boys suck, girls rule and boys rule, and saying it seriously. Like, this is it was a little bit, like, playful, which made the poison slip in better, but it was still pretty much, like, a straightforward message, You have to beat the boys. That's what it's like. Beat the boys. And you're the best, and we should celebrate you being the best. And just pass on this beat the boys attitude. I'm assuming the skier isn't married, or doesn't have any male friends, or if they do, she certainly doesn't let them be better than her at anything, at least according to this commercial, because it seems like, she's threatened by that. And it seems like an appealing, it seems like it appeals to people if they're, to a woman about this, but at the same time, it's also setting them up for failure, because guess what? On the biological level, most girls aren't going to be faster than all the boys. Most girls aren't going to be, smarter than all the boys. Some girls will be, some girls won't be, but, most girls won't be, I doubt that even Michaela House was better than all the boys and everything, I have no idea anything about her, but I suspect she's competing against other women, just saying, maybe. So, this whole attitude is both very destructive to boys, because feminists hate boys. That's what I'm getting. I've never seen them, care about a boy's self-esteem. No, that's just to be laughed at. And it's also setting up women for failure. Basically what I already know about feminism. But this thing really drove it home. So, yeah, feminism is still cancer. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.